The best show for Halloween is totally back, even if it's based on summer break. I still can't help but keep Gravity Falls on my watch list every time we come close to October. Today I want to draw all the kid characters as adults just for the fun of it. I have done this a year ago on my channel, but now that I'm better at drawing, I want to draw Mabel, Dipper, Candy, Grenda, and Pacifica. So let's get started. I did make a picture collage of all these styles that I would think would look good on these characters. Here is Mabel's, and as you can see, I went for a scene girl look from the 2000s. I absolutely think that it suits her the best, even if most adults in quote grow out of it. I think she would be the one who sticks through the style because Mabel is totally unapologetically herself. I know we all might see this style online, and you might think it's common, but let me tell you, even wearing a bright pink shirt outside gets you stares still. So I went with a style that all of us have wanted one, but for me, I was too young to wear anything of that sort, and some were just too scared to do so. With this design, I know it's looking pretty plain for Mabel, but don't worry because when I color it, you'll see the reason why. Now with Mabel, since I did not keep her sweater phase, I did want to keep at least one thing close to her younger self, so I chose her long wavy hair. I just took away the headband because it didn't suit the style I was going for and made her have very side bangs. Makeup wise, I totally think that Mabel would be the type of girl to just have one product of pinkish lipstick and would be totally using it for her eyelids, cheeks, and lips. She is totally a girly girl, but I feel like she wouldn't spend too much time on her daily makeup, but just enough to enhance herself a bit. I know there are some haters who say that you should never mix gold and silver jewelry, but I think it really looks good. I feel like she would love a piece of jewelry and wear it instead of just trying to match it. I also gave her one tattoo specifically, which is a pine tree to reference her last name, and also her brother who has wore a pine hat in their childhood. So yeah, this is Mabel done, and now we can move on to Dipper. Dipper was so hard on me since I hated drawing men, but I knew I wanted to challenge myself to even draw him. So it kind of gave me those awkward vibes from those skater boys that don't like talking to women, so it's the style I went for. I know later in the episodes he stops being so nervous and scared to speak to women in his vicinity, but it felt just right to make him nerdy and scrawny, the kind of dude that would blow in the wind from how skinny he is. You know, I had to give him a Roderick special with the shirt tucked in on one side, and the rest was pretty much plain as hell since I didn't think that he would be the type to give a damn about his looks too much. Probably more thrifted and hand-me-down clothes to keep them cheap. But yeah, that's about it for Dipper. Candy seems like the type to be more secluded to herself, so I was dead set on the outfits like these. I feel like she has Mabel's personality, but instead of it being outside, it's more kept to herself. And I wanted to give her an outfit that would give that vibe off. Even in my last year design of Candy, I gave her the same skirt, and I did try to find other options, but I was also in love with the silhouette it gave her. I think she's the kind of person who would want to dress pretty but not too flashy, so that she won't spark up that much attention. Genuinely, it was hard to give both Candy and Grenda designs that would also show their personality, since there are such minimal episodes that give us a chance to see who they are on a deeper level. But I did rewatch the episodes that they were on way too much just to milk out even more info. I think the way I designed Candy as an adult would totally be in the universe of possibilities of her fashion sense, but she could have also gone total opposite with super loud outfits and big personality, since she could have grown out of being so nervous of what others think of her. I think Candy turned out to be really cute, but if you were to change something, let me know down below. Grenda felt like the biggest 50-50 of both feminine and masculine, so I wanted to give something that could reciprocate as both. So I did a lot less skirts and more focus on a style that could be a non-binary clothing. I love these long sleeves from the 2000s, like the ones that Bella wore or Elena had. It was a good time for these shirts and I'm still obsessed with them, so why not give it to one of these characters? With giving her such a feminine top, I was looking for pants that would match the vibe of the long sleeve, and after looking for a bit, I love these boxy pants that are not too long. It absolutely fits the style of hers and also with the shirt she is wearing. I kinda kept the shoes the same. Not gonna lie, I'm a pretty lazy person with shoes. I've never really cared for them in real life. With Grenda's hair, last time I drew her, I gave her really long hair, but as an adult, I think she would go for a mom haircut. She gave me these vibes in the group that she is more grounded than both Mabel and Candy, trying to be the voice of reason. But yeah, that's about it for this design. I know it's very simple, but I think she is a very simple character. Pacifica has to be one of my favorite characters, especially the longer we see her in the show. Probably my favorite episode has to be the Northwest Mansion Mystery, where we see how she has changed by not listening to her parents all the time. It was truly showing how much of an improvement her personality was becoming, from shallow to empathetic and caring. When I was a kid, I remember shipping her and Dipper because their dynamics seemed to fit so well with one another. I know a lot of us ship Candy and Dipper as kids, but once I saw Pacifica, I just couldn't help but know that they would be cute together. Hopefully people in my comments agree. agree. I did want to give her a more complicated vibe in her makeup for the most part, but even if she is being less of a snob, I still gave her the mean rich girl fashion, with the makeup style being more political part of her. Blue eyeshadow has a big history in the 2000s, which meant being non-conformed and bold, both things I believe Pacifica has grown to become. When she grew up, I think she would have played both sides of a very rich girl, but also one who protests stuff she believes in instead of being quiet. I totally just went for the 2000s vibe for all of these characters, which I think is fine because they seem to fit them. But anyways, I'm finished drawing them. Here they are all together, and let me know down below what you would change if you drew these characters. If this video gets enough comments, I might draw your guys' ideas of them as adults. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and of course my chibi commissions are open on artistry.